Dear students, I welcome all of you in the another session of Transportation Engineering and Management. So, in our last session, we have covered various topics such as what kind of surveys are required in order to conduct various kind of traffic operations. We had learned that there is a shortcut key to remember this traffic engineering and management surveys that is called as VSFOPAC, where the V stands for traffic volume, S stands for speed studies, F stands for traffic flow studies, O stands for origin and destination studies, P stands for parking studies, A stands for accident studies, and last but not the least, C stands for traffic capacity studies. We have learned that out of all these things, there are numerous topics that are very important as far as your syllabus is concerned. We had initiated the topic of traffic volume. We had learned that what kind of speeds are there, what is spot speed, what is journey speed, what is travel speed, what is average speed, then what is time mean speed, what is space mean speed. We have learned that what is traffic volume. There are two basically methods. First is called as automatic or recording type of method. Another one is called as manual count method. Then we have discussed about various methods such as ultrasonic method, radar method, infrared method, then pneumatic tube method, pneumatic hose method. So this kind of things we have covered. Now, in the addition of this traffic volume count methods, in this session we are going to discuss about a new method that is very important as far as Indian context is concerned, Indian scenario is concerned. This is one of the most important methods as far as your examination is concerned, because as a traffic engineer, you must have the certain knowledge about this method. Let us start the session. Let us kickstart the session. Let me tell you. We have been discussing the second module. The name of that module is Basic Traffic Flow Parameter and Traffic Service. So what we are going to cover in this session is basically we are going to cover moving observer method. This is also one of the methods that is used for traffic volume count and for other things also. Okay, the name of the method is moving observer method. Stay focused, this is very important. Moving observer method or moving observer car method. Another name of this method is floating car method. As the car is moving, we can also use the term floating, because anything that floats, ultimately it moves. So this is called as floating car method or moving observer car method. Now, in this moving car method, a new word, that is this observer, that is added. So let us discuss this. See, we are discussing moving observer car method. This method is also called as Waldrop-Charles method. This is also called as Waldrop-Charles method. This method was developed in England. It is used in India mostly. It is commonly used method in India. In this method, what are the operations that we cover is will count the number of cars meeting in the opposite direction. We will count the number of cars which are through which we are being overtaken. We will also calculate the time which is considered for taking the travel, and all these things we will cover in the direction of the travel and opposite of the travel. Don't get confused. I repeat it once again. The name of this method is moving observer car method. Another name of this same method is Waldrop-Charles method. It is also called as floating car method, Waldrop-Charles method. This method was developed in England. In this method, we take the the volume count in the same direction where we are traveling, in the opposite direction we are traveling, number of vehicles that are overtaking our vehicle, the number of vehicles from which we are being overtaken. So all these things we are going to cover. Now let us discuss this method in detail. So in this method, what things we are having is, we will have a car, because the name of the method is moving observer car method. I am putting car. We need to have car if we want to adopt this method. So we will have a car that is called as test car, because we are going to conduct various tests. There will be 4 observers, 4 people, 4 number of persons which will observe the data. So they are called as observer. So 4 observer will be sitting in the car. Now the car will travel at the same speed as that the traffic is moving. Means if this is the section of the road and this is our car, this is the direction where the vehicles are moving. Let us assume that the vehicles are moving with the average speed of 60 kmph. So our car will also move in the same direction with the speed of 60 kmph. In this car, 4 people will be sitting. Those 4 people are called as 4 observers. Now let us discuss that why it is needed. Let me repeat it once again. This method is also called as Wardrop-Chassos method. It was developed in England. In this method we are having a car. We will have 4 observers. The car will travel at the same speed as that of the traffic, approximately same speed. Now, as I have mentioned that there are 4 observers which will be sitting in the car. Now, the first observer will be sitting in the car, and what he will do? What is the task of this first observer? He will observe the delay time. It may happen that whenever the car is moving, due to traffic junction or any of the things, means due to the stationary obstruction or moving obstruction, due to any of the issues, our car may suffer delays in the travel. So this observer will observe the delay time. He will have 2 stopwatch with him. He will start the stopwatch when the car starts moving. He will stop the stopwatch, and he will start the stopwatch once the delay is started, and he will stop it once the delay is completed. Means this observer will have stopwatch, and he will observe that how much time has been elapsed during the delay. So this is the task of first observer. Now the second observer, he will have a particular what I can say performer, that is called as a particular paper in which he will delay the cause of he will write the delay of the cause of the delay, that what are the reasons due to which this delay was caused. So this person will observe the delay time, this person will observe the reason of the delay. Now the third person, what he will do, he will count the number of vehicles overtaken by the floating car. Means it may happen that whenever this vehicle is traveling, while traveling on the road, this vehicle may overtake other vehicles also. So this person will mark the number of vehicles that our car will overtake, that how many cars have been overtaken by our car. This is the person, this is the observer that will do the thing. And the fourth observer, what he will do, he will mark the number, he will count the number of cars which are traveling in the opposite direction. So let us assume it once again, there is a car. See, this is one direction, this is another direction, this is the along direction, to direction, and this is from direction, this is called as opposite direction. We are moving in this direction. First observer will calculate the delay time. Second observer will write down the cause of delay. Third observer will count the number of vehicles which we overtake while traveling, and fourth observer will count the vehicles that are traveling in the opposite direction. So these are the tasks of these 4 observers. Now, whenever the vehicle is traveling a particular direction, what is the advantage of using this method? So with the help of this method, if we establish this method, if we use this method, then with the help of this method we will able to get 3 things at the same time. We will able to get the traffic volume, we will able to get the time bar, and we will also able to get the particular speed. So this is one of the things that is used for speed delay and time survey, or volume speed delay survey. So first thing is that let us assume that this is the lane and this is the direction in which the vehicle is traveling, our car is traveling. So the traffic volume, that is called as small q, in the one direction for each section of the route per minute, that means volume in one direction per minute in the direction of the stream, means if we are traveling in this direction, so in this direction the total traffic volume per minute, the equation for small q is this: x plus y divided by ta plus tw. You have to remember this particular equation because this will be asked in the exam. This can be asked in the exam, and there are number of examples which are based. So that stands for Q. Q stands for traffic volume. Here Q stands for traffic flow in the direction in which we are moving. So let me remind you all once again that we have been discussing about the moving observer car method, and we have learned that there is a test car. So let me tell you that we can find number of things using this method. First is that the traffic volume q in one direction, see q is called as, small q is called as traffic volume, in one direction for each section of the road per minute in the direction of the stream is given by q equals to x plus y divided by TA plus TW, where this Q stands for traffic flow in one direction, the X stands for number of cars that we meet, then comes Y stands for number of vehicles overtaking minus number of vehicles overtaken, that will be given in the particular sum, statement of the sum. Then TA. This TA stands for average journey time when the car is running against the traffic. And TW means the car is running in the direction of the traffic. So this is the particular equation for Q. So we have learned about the first equation, that is the traffic volume Q. Then there is another thing that we can get from this particular method, which is the average journey time, that is called as small t bar. This average journey time, which is small t bar in the one direction for each section of the route per minute in the direction of the stream, is given by t bar equals to tw minus y by q. Now you know that this t bar stands for average journey time in the direction of the flow. TW stands for average journey time when the car is running in the direction of the traffic, not in the opposite direction. You have learned that Y stands for number of vehicles overtaking minus number of vehicles overtaken when the car is traveling along the traffic, and then the Q stands for traffic flow in the direction. So this is the second thing that stands for T bar. T bar stands for average journey time in the direction. And the third thing that you can get from this particular method is mean journey speed, that is called as small v. Small v's equation is small v equals to L by T bar. Now you know that V stands for mean journey speed. This L stands for length of the particular stretch of the section of the road. And T bar stands for, we have learned that T bar stands for what? T bar stands for average journey time. So with the help of this equation, you can get the value of Q, that is traffic volume count, you can average journey time, and you can get the mean journey speed. So traffic volume, then average journey time, and then mean journey speed. Now this is the basic plot or concept of the moving observer car method. But always remember that whenever we are traveling on the road, north, east, south and west, not all the four direction will be covered. Only two directions are there that will cover, that will be northbound or the southbound. Either it will be this direction or it will be this direction. So in order to use this method, this formula, it can be useful to affix the subscripts n. If you are going for north south north particular bound north direction, then you can put n, and if you are going to s south particular bound, then you have to put s. That signifies the northbound and southbound traffic respectively. Now, see, these are the basic equations that we have learned. Q is equal to x plus y by TA plus TW. T bar is equal to TW by y plus minus y by Q, and B is equal to L by T. You have to remember this equation. Now, in case of northbound, this equation that we have learned, it will be changed to this. See, first it was like this. Now for now northbound it will be like this. Here we are calculating the values for northbound, so Q will be Qn instead of Q. Then the X will be XS, T will be TS, Y will be YN, and T will be TN. See, always remember whenever you are calculating the value for N, this two thing will be S, this will be N, and this will be N. You have to remember it like this. So Qn will be the traffic flow in north direction. XS will be number of cars met when moving in against the traffic. Y stands for, we have learned the equation. Then comes Tn. The Tn equation, T bar equation will be replaced to Tn. This T will be replaced with Tn. Y with Yn. Q with Qn. So for northbound you have to put N over here. And this will give the value of these things. Done. Now if you want to discuss about the particular, let me say that if it is about the south thing, so what will happen? This end, if we are calculating about the south, then this will be Qn will be Qs, Xs will be Xn, Yn will be Ys. This will Tn and this will Ts. This will Ts bar, this will Ts, this is Ys, this is Qs. So this is how you can calculate the values for the same. Got it? Now let us talk about the advantages of this thing, that it gives unbiased estimate of the flow, because we are considering both the things, in the direction, opposite of the direction. It is economical in power because only 4 people are required and the survey will be in the floating car. So no more people will be required that are being hired at the particular locations. That will be economical in power. It will give the mean value for all the things such as traffic flow also, speed also, and the particular V also, delay also. And this particular method will enable the collection of speed flow data at the same time. If you are using, say we have discussed about northbound flow. Now if you want to go for southbound flow, then it will be like this. See, the basic equation was this, it will change to this. The T bar will be changed to this. I have already discussed. I am showing this again because it was remaining there. It was not shown. It was not shown in the previous slide. That's why. So this is about it. Got it? I think you have thorough with the moving observer car method. Now stay focused. Repeat this method once again, and this is one of the most important methods. Thank you so much.